A brain surgeon has been referred to the General Medical Council following the death of a patient. Stephen Bridgman died from a bleed caused by surgery carried out by Hussien El-Maghraby. At an inquest this morning, a coroner paid tribute to our BBC investigation that exposed the surgeon's technique. This report from our health correspondent, Michele Paduano, who's followed the case from the outset, and a warning, you may find some of the details upsetting.
Mandy Bridgman set up for the conclusion of today's inquest in hope, but there was no jubilation.
I'm a bit numb actually, because I never thought it would come, but we've got there, and they've recognised that he's done wrong, and hopefully he's going to be stopped. I don't know what. There's not closure.
3 years ago, the inquest into the death of Stephen Bridgman was all but over. The coroner didn't see the need to ask an independent surgeon, but adjourned at the request of his wife. The BBC found 3, one of whom said this.
He should have lived. He should have lived. If this operation had been done carefully, gently, in the correct steps, he should have made a perfect recovery.
Last week, a leading expert, Robert McFarlane, said the way to remove the tumour was to hollow out the centre, detach the edges from the brain and cut off the blood supply. Mr El-Maghraby had pulled it out. The coroner, Richard Britton, accepted it was the surgical technique which had ruptured blood vessels, which caused the deep bleeding in the brain, which subsequently led to the infection which caused Mr Bridgman's death. He said there was no need to make any recommendations in relation to Mr El-Maghraby because he'd already been referred to the GMC, and he thanked all those who'd helped in the wider investigation. The solicitor representing the family said action was now needed.
People have suffered life-changing injuries through spinal surgery, through brain surgery. The Trust have been aware of these problems for some considerable period of time. It should not have taken this inquest for them to take this action.
Mr El-Maghraby had claimed that there had only been a small amount of bleeding from veins. Fortunately for the family, the video he took showed otherwise. Michele Paduano, BBC Midlands Today.